So now let's focus on the table that gets displayed here. So this is a fairly straightforward page block table tag with a variable, an iterative variable of product set and a list source of product set list. So product set list is the method that's going to be called. This is our get product set list method here. When the page is rendered, and it fetches the list of product sets to be displayed. Now this is fairly standard Apex. We're simply outputting a column for a specific field, and so these four fields on the product set object get rendered as columns: the name, the campaign name, and you'll notice we're using a relationship here. So we have campaign as a relationship, and then getting the name from the campaign to be displayed, our region, and the total number of our products. And so that is displayed as these four columns. So the only thing that we're currently doing of interest outside of what would be considered very standard Visualforce is this column here. So we've set up our first column with custom classes. Now these custom classes, they are applied to the table cell itself. So if we actually pull up our Google Chrome selector and look at our table, our TD cell, we can see that we have an action column class that's been applied. Now this action column class comes from our definition here of action column. And we can set multiple classes if we wanted to, just by adding a space after it. We've done the same approach down here for the command link. So we've given it a style class of command link. Now these are all built-in Salesforce styles. So by using these built-in Salesforce styles, we are taking advantage of all of the style sheets that have been set up or selected based on whatever the environment's UI layout is supposed to be. So here is our action link class, and here is our action column class. Now there are a couple of other standard Salesforce classes that we aren't using, one of which is Boolean column. Now the major difference between a Boolean column and a normal column is that a Boolean column tries to shrink itself and it centers everything vertically. So if you have perhaps total products is a good place to apply this. Total products, if it were a Boolean column, would be centered and it would be reduced in size so that the rest of the columns would be taking up more space. The other thing that our command link here does is it does a callback to the controller side to select that particular row, to set the ID for this particular row and save it as the selected product set. Now, it does this by passing through the value of the product set as we're iterating over the list of product sets. So we have our command link with our associated page action, and then we pass in a parameter that I've defined as a selected ID name, and then given it the value of the product set that we're currently iterating through. And so the net effect of that is that when the controller receives, or this controller page action is executed, and it is executed down here, when it's executed, it will go out and it will use a static method to fetch the current page, get the parameters from the current page, and then they get the value of the selected ID page parameter that's been passed in. Now this will only be set for that particular action call. So normally we don't have a selected ID value except when we're actually calling the selected product set method. So it sets the ID, and that has the result of enabling other sections to be rendered. I'll go into that a little bit in more detail in the next video.